Getting
Dun,
girl,
dun, 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 dun.
body, legs and hips
Hips
and
and boom, 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 boom.
body.
Body, body. Okay. No, I have questions about that song because
What
number
are the
one,
questions?
is this a new song or is it an old song of hers that's just resurfacing?
It's an old song from a stage play that she created, and it's gone viral. So yeah, it's not a new song. Have you not seen the original, like them on the stage? Oh my god, they're like on the stage. Their timing is off. They're like walking. It's all odd. It's a mess.
You know what? It makes more sense now because of that drum in the background.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
definitely giving stage performance.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Gonna
Stage
have to look that
performance.
up later. Woo,
Yeah,
boy.
she's been talking about releasing like a fuller version now, and I'm just like,
Please do it. Do it. Please, Candy, do it. Please.
please. I feel like Candy is always going viral though. That woman, I thought I had mine
Yeah.
in multiple pots. That woman stayed with different businesses, different projects, different pots. That woman stays busy. Okay.
The thing is, I think she's having fun with it too. She's
For
not
sure.
taking it so seriously, and that's what I love about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the internet has been in an uproar about it. Like,
Yeah.
people making fun of it, myself included.
Right.
Because there has not been a moment in my silence where I go, legs and hips and body.
Body. Let's get them, girls. My cousins that let me join in on their TikTok choreography. One of my cousins, I went over there. She's the one that does my hair, and they just started singing it, and I was like, body, body, let's get them, girls. It's the funniest thing.
It's too funny. And it sparks a lot of joy. So thank you, Candy, for letting us laugh with you. And please release the fuller version of the song. I'm ready. My body is ready.
Goodness. I was gonna say, who else in her case? That's Rashida. Do you remember Rashida, the rapper? She also had like Love and Hip Hop. She has a couple of like businesses.
I don't remember her, but I've heard of her name.
Okay, well, she hangs out in that friend group with Candy, and her song had what did it do? Her song went viral. It actually just started going viral again. It's that put it on and make her want to marry me.
Oh,
Put it on her. Yes. So that's the second viral. Okay. Yeah, put it on and make her want to marry me. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, they just all some viral friends.
That's cute. I love it.
Very cute. Cami.
Hey,
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, baby. How you doing?
Not baby. Look at my church fam. Okay.
I'm not even looking cute today. You can't even be fanning yourself. Stop.
Listen, Linda. Listen. You gonna call me
Linda,
baby.
listen. I'm good. I had a long day today, but you know what? I'm here. I'm feeling good. I'm gonna have dinner after this. I'm talking to you. I'm seeing your beautiful face, your beautiful braids. Your braids are braiding right now. I am in love. Like, summer is here. The girls are getting braided. Okay,
the girls are getting braided.
Yes,
it went from the girls are fighting to the girls are getting braided.
Okay.
I actually think this is like my most favorite batch as of right now, and I've got a lot of good feedback from this one too. So this might be my thing.
Even though you don't have like colored highlights or anything like that, you look so glowy.
Thank you.
It might be you just got off from the island, and you just spent some R&R at the beach. You've read like 5 beach reads. You have eaten, you've prayed, you've loved, you've come back to tell us about it. Like, that's what you look like right now. I'm so serious.
I appreciate that.
Like, I saw your snaps over the weekend too, and you just looked so full of life. So that's something about some braids, man. They really take it to the next level.
Oh my goodness. You better look out, Dad. You better look out.
I'm gonna get on your level next week. I'm gonna get my hair braided. And then we can both be braided together. Yes.
We can do the Monica thing, get the beads, and do the shit. Too soon? Are we still not forgiving Monica for doing that?
I think enough time has passed that we can forgive her.
Okay.
Because I don't think she's ever done it again.
Okay, yeah. I agree with that.
I don't think Monica would have ever done it again. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Courtney Cox would ever do it again.
Yes. It might be the writer's fault.
It is the writer's fault.
It might be the writer's fault. Speaking of things that might be the writer's fault.
Yes, I was just about to ask you.
Go into it.
Listen, y'all. So Coco and I, we've been watching Scandal, but if you listen to last week's episode, you know that I had no self-control and I already finished the series, but Coco is still my girl and she is still trekking along. And she had messaged me about how Shonda Rhimes, or maybe some of the writers on Shonda's team, how they need to pay for their crimes. So yes. Let's get into it.
Okay. So that was season 3 or 4. It had to be season 4 because
it was season 4.
Yeah, it had to be season 4. I just hit season 5 and I'm on episode like 1 or 2. And then when I say it's like chaos mode in the world of the White House, it's chaos mode in the world of the White House right
sure now. Is.
And the reason I felt like Shonda Rhimes and Cami brought up like the writers, and I was like, all of them, round them all up. Everybody can get it. I feel like Shonda Rhimes will pay for her crimes along with Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry and on again, off again, Lee Daniels, because the episode highlight. Okay, so in the episode there is a father, a son. The son is gunned down by police, and the police, everyone's trying to figure out what's going on. You have activists, you have protesters, you also have the police. The police have hired Olivia. And so as we're progressing through, we find out that, a weapon was planted on the son. And the thing that bothered me was when because we're not the writers or the producers or creators of the show, but when whoever the showrunners were for that episode decided to give this man a platform to highlight and just kind of like go off. And that bothered me. Let me be more specific. So it was a police officer, and
it was a white police officer.
It was a white police officer. It was a white police officer who originally lied and said that he was being rushed out with a weapon, but it turns out the son didn't have a weapon. He was reaching for the receipt to show him, no, I did pay for this phone that you think I stole. But when it came out, like, no, you lied, he had this whole closing, not montage, but this whole close-up of...
It was a monologue.
It was a monologue. Like that's the word I'm looking for. Yes. It was a whole monologue about how these people in these communities don't respect us. If they would have respected me, respected my badge, then I risk my life every day to go out there and protect them. And from the age of like infancy, they're taught to like fear me, and they're taught to be disrespectful to me, and they're taught A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it bothered me that
it's very uncomfy. It's very uncomfy. Because when I was watching that scene, it's just like, it feels like, are you making it okay for white people to feel this way?
No! Don't get this woman a prize! Watching it, I'm like, okay, should I not be feeling some kind of way? Like, does this need to be highlighted so people can see this train of thought? And then I was just like, no. I felt like this does not need to be highlighted. This does not need any kind of justification. I don't need this narrative going around like, you know what? These men are here to protect and serve. And so I should not possibly be teaching my Black and brown children to fear them or to be, adherent to them, or you have to be respectful, or even that thought of, if you are respectful, if you do adhere, if you do follow all the rules, then everything will be all gravy. That's also not accurate.
It's not accurate.
So it really bothered me. And I'm glad you said that, because it makes me feel like it's not just me in my head, because I'm like, why do I feel like there's some justification here? And then I had like, like when they say you see your life flash before your eyes, I just had like a reel of all the Shonda shows where it's like Black characters not being in love, where it's all intermixed, all intermingled. And it's just like, there is no Black love story or any of the Shonda shows when I think about it. And I'm just like, is this a Shonda thing? Is this the writer she works with thing? Like, it feels very intentional when I look at all the shows she's had a hand in.
Very interesting.
Mm.
See, I've only watched Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder, but what you're saying applies to both. And I don't think How to Get Away with Murder is fully Shonda's show. I don't think.
What do you mean? I know it's a Shonda Land production, but
Maybe, yeah, that's what that's what I'm thinking about, because I don't think she like created, produced, directed How to Get Away with Murder. I think some other dude was on that project with her, but like Scandal is like Shonda's. Grey's Anatomy is Shonda's. Bridgerton, I think, is Shonda's.
It is Shonda Land.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how I know? Because it's starring a white woman. That's how I know. That's how I know.
We need some more Issa Rae productions.
Hello? And mind you, she signed some huge Netflix deal, and I feel like Bridgerton is part of that Netflix deal, and I'm like, you got 2 seasons, and this is what we get, Shonda? All right.
Now, is this does this mean that I'm never gonna watch Scandal again?
Of course not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not what it means, but I feel like it's definitely worth pointing out. Definitely.
Oh, absolutely. You can appreciate art and criticize it at the same time.
That part. Part. Okay, real quick. When I do this, do you know what that means?
I feel like you're hitting it on the nose. You got it.
Okay,
yeah.
So for the listeners who aren't watching us, but you should be watching us on Spotify, get all this goodness of your co-host, like to get the interaction. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that? Anyways, I'm touching my nose and I'm pointing at Cami, and for me that means like, yeah, you're hitting it on the nose. Yeah, you got it. Da da da. I asked her if she knew what that meant, because I did that to one of my friends the other day, and he was like, "What are you doing?"
Wait, what?
And I said, we were on FaceTime. I was like, I'm saying, like, you got it. He was like, he did it back. No, you're talking. It's not a gesture that you return. Like, it was the whole thing. He was like, I've never seen anybody do that. I've never heard of this. And I'm just like, am I still teaching people things at this ripe age?
Okay, it's so funny that you bring that up, because there are some things that you do that I don't understand, and I need you to educate me. And it's honestly just with emojis, and and everybody uses emojis like kind of different, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm a sucker for using the skull, and not just the plain skull, not with the crossbones. The coffin, the urn, and the dead rose. Like, those are my top 4.
When you said that rose, I like crumple a little inside. It's like,
and those are just to express my different levels of how like someone has taken me out with laughter.
Right.
But you use the sun and the moon emojis?
No, not the sun. So those are 2 different moons. It's like the dark side of the moon and the bright side of the moon. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Honestly, especially when you put them in your stories and they're like large, they give me nightmares.
You guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys, I love those moon emojis, because it's kind of just like, to me, it's kind of like you're in the room with your best friend, and like there's like a secret between y'all, so y'all kind of just look at each other like.
So that's how I've been taking it. That's how I've been. Okay. It's just like that face is so creepy to me.
Yeah,
it reminds
especially
me.
When it's zoomed in.
Especially when it's zoomed in. It just reminds me of like off-brand like children's programming, and you know, if they have a costume on and that face like doesn't move, like that's what the moon face reminds me of, and I'm just like,
okay,
I'm a little uncomfortable, but I think I understand what she's doing. So I did understand.
You do understand. I mean, context changes, but for the most part, it's kind of like, look at this, best friend, or look at, or if I don't want to use words, and it's not necessarily like because I'm not directly saying I'm agreeing, but y'all see this?
Y'all see this, right.
I'm glad you get it, though. I'm glad you got it.
That's too funny to me.
Yeah.
That was so funny to me, and that was
Hey,
funny to me.
hey,
Oh,
hey.
that's amazing.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
What have you been watching or outside of since, well, we're not outside of, since we know you finished Scandal again, A2, Cami, A2?
So, I recently went to San Diego,
Okay.
and on the plane, I watched Love Jones for the first time. Number one,
Mm.
I've never seen Love Jones. I didn't know what Love Jones was about. I just knew it was just like one of those like quintessential like black movies that like
Yes.
everybody watches. And I was like, oh, like I need to watch this movie, especially as an adult, because I feel like maybe it was like banned in my house because it was like
Yes.
too like, too adult to watch, which I understand.
Uh-huh.
After watching it, I
Absolutely.
understand why I was not allowed to watch this in my middle school years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I would not recommend watching it on a plane. I was so uncomfortable because I mean, like, there's some really spicy scenes
Mm-hmm.
in there, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Is that Mia Long's nipple?" And I was like, "Oh my god! Like the people behind me are watching me watch Mia Long's nipple." I can't. It was too much, and I remember I was texting my friends. I was like, I can't, I have to like stop watching this. And I was like, do I continue? Because I can't like not finish a
Right.
movie. Like I need to know what happens.
Right.
And overall, I thought it was an okay movie. It's
Okay.
cute.
Okay.
I just didn't like the guys in that movie at all.
What didn't
Like,
you like about them?
well, like there was like that one married friend that couldn't get his life together, but kind of
Mm.
got it together at the end. And but like his storyline wasn't really like explained a lot. So I really don't know like who's at fault for that relationship
Mm-hmm.
having its like moment of turmoil. I can't even remember his name. The main character that Neil Long is with, he's just like all over the place as well. Really he can't commit, but he can't like really express his feelings. So he's just like, you know what, like I'm done with you. Like get out of my house and like all this other stuff. And I'm like, what is with the men? And then, okay, this is where I think Nia Long's character was kind of in the wrong. The way
Okay.
she was like,
Let's hear
she
it.
goes and she hangs out or like dates. I don't really know. She goes and she hangs out with his best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't even want to call him his best friend because like, are they best friends? Are they even really true friends? I don't know.
I don't know. I can't.
But they're kicking it for a little bit, and then they're at that party together, and then she says that she's gonna walk home. He's like, fine, and I'm like, you're gonna let her walk
Walk
home
home
in the
alone.
dark at this
Alone.
in this
Mm. Mm. Mm.
does not sit well with me
Mm.
at all. I did
Mm.
enjoy that dude that plays Moesha's rival, and he was in Drumline, the bald head man.
Cute.
No, not Q. Moesha's rival. This was
Right.
like in the earlier seasons of Moesha. But he was in Drumline. He's the one that like was giving Nick Cannon the hard time, you know?
Oh yeah, I remember him mainly from Buffy, but you didn't watch Buffy.
I
But
didn't watch.
yeah, okay, I know who you talk about though.
Yeah, I was like, oh, look at him. That was my reaction when I saw him on the screen. The two times that I saw him on the screen.
Okay.
Okay, it was more than twice. Um, what did I take away from the movie?
Mm-hmm.
The 90s are definitely coming back. We're seeing a lot of these 90s trends. I'm talking like
Oh, Prince. Okay.
white shirts,
Uh huh.
Levi jeans,
Uh huh.
high waisted. We're
Yeah.
talking Keds. We're
Yeah.
talking black skull caps,
Mm-hmm.
black berets with like
Mm-hmm.
brown liner and like that frosty lipstick. I see it all coming back. I'm like, this is a moment. I'm here for it.
Yes.
Let's do it. Let me just throw away my entire closet, make it a 90s closet. I mean, let's not get too hasty.
Let's not get too hasty.
But yeah, I mean the 90s have been coming back in fashion for a while now, but
Yeah.
like to actually see it like in the movie and just think, "Oh, yeah, like this is a really timeless look." I
Yeah.
mean, it's time specific, but it's also timeless.
I feel you on that, especially when you're talking about like the Levi's and the basic tops and stuff of that nature. You're right. Like that is now, and I want to hope. I hope people are embracing it. You know what I mean? Because in the '90s, we didn't have the money to dress that way, or
right.
So I feel like, just bringing this about me just a little bit. So I recently saw family this weekend, and I went out with like my high waisted jeans and my crop top, and I was going to visit my grandparents, and I was like, should I change? And I was like, I should, but why should I? I shouldn't. So I went over there, and when I say all my grandmother could talk about was my butt in these jeans and my stomach being out, but it was all adoration. She was like, "You built up, and you ABC to your chair." I was like,
"Yes,
silly." But then I did get a little tense. Like my grandfather came down, and like it just felt like a tense moment. Then I was like, "I'm a grown woman. I can wear what I want to wear." But
you're a grown woman.
Hey, I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want with my legs and
hips and boom, 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 boom. I want to be the person on the stage that does the drums so bad. I want to be wearing all black. I want to be behind the stage. I want to be beating the drum. I don't want to.
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? We didn't have the money or the wherewithal or the knowledge or anything back then to live through the '90s. You know, we were growing up, we were kids. So it's like, if it's cycling back, you better catch it while it's here.
Oh, I'm definitely going to catch it while it's here. The '90s were hot.
It was a fun, funky, cool time.
Absolutely.
It was chill. You know what I mean? And I do appreciate that. Like, bring back the chill. Let's kick it. Let's hang out. Like, no drama, no fighting, no violence. Let's be cool, pony boy, be cool. Like, that's how I feel about it.
No, not the pony boy.
Yes, be cool, pony boy, be cool.
No, I feel you. Like, why can't we just, like, chill?
Like, just chill. Just chill.
Just chill.
Just chill.
I'm with you. I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
Hey.
Okay, so I heard that the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case.
Yes.
They reached the final decision. The case is now closed.
Yes.
Amber lost.
Yes.
Technically,
she was awarded $2 million, but he was awarded 15. So for her countersuit. So he sued her for the defamation for $50 million. She countersued for $100 million. So the jury ruled for both of them. Like, but it's like you still lost because you owe him like $2 million. So
right. Yikes.
Double yikes.
I still don't fully know what the trial was about, just because I saw so many people making fun of like the little things that were happening. Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna wait for FX to come out with the American Crime Story version, and I will watch it then. But I just wanted to know, because you're the one that brought it up to us in a couple episodes ago, if you had any final remarks about the trial, if any.
Sure. I feel like a lot of people during the trial were like team Johnny and like forget Amber, and nobody supported her. And honestly, that's exactly how I should have gone. And those are my remarks.
You heard it here first. Those are Coco's remarks.
So yeah, it sucks when people lie. First of all, it sucks when people lie. It sucks when people lie, defame you, and slander you, and then it starts affecting your money. And it's like, when you're a superstar, you're not just taking care of you. You know, you're taking care of family. You're taking care of friends. You're paying bills. You're submitting to charities. You're trying to get work. It sucks when lies can change the trajectory of your whole life. You know what I mean? In your career. And I'm not sure if there's any numerical number that can make up for that. It's a different situation, but I think about it also when people are wrongfully accused of crimes and they're put away for years and years and years, and the government decides, oh, well, you might have gotten a job here, so let's calculate that times, the years you were in and give you $3 million of the taxpayers' money, when honestly I feel like it should come from police payments. But another conversation. So, yeah, I don't know if there's a numerical value you can put on affecting somebody's life so strongly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like being accused of being a person who engages in DB consistently, like, you know what I mean? You're getting
Yeah.
blackballed. No one wants to be around you. You're losing supporters,
Yeah.
friends. Like, it's just a tumbleweed of mess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just really interesting to me because, like, I guess, like, I don't, I mean, obviously I don't know these people personally,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, I didn't even know that they were in a relationship. I think I did know that they were in a relationship, but, like,
Yeah.
at what point, like, where does it all go wrong?
Mm.
At what point in your relationship does it all go wrong that, like, why did you do those things allegedly? Why didn't you get away sooner
Mm.
allegedly because of those things?
Mm.
It's just very confusing to me.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, in more plebeian situations, sometimes it's not so easy to
Right.
get away. So, um, I guess, like, in this, like, celebrity case, it makes it even more confusing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that just means I need to do my own research and some more reading and understanding of the situation before I can really form an opinion.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned what is it? What was it when they did the OJ thing? It was America versus OJ Simpson.
Oh, The People versus OJ.
When I say that was like such a good program, and I meant to double back and watch it again before Netflix took it off. I did not double, or they might have. I don't know. I have to check. I feel like
It's on Hulu.
I have my friend's Hulu account. Thank you. So I'll do that. I'll do that because I've been meaning to double back and watch that again because I remember when that came out, I was like entranced with that whole story.
So I never finished it, and I was planning on watching that again. So we can watch that first before watching How to Get Away with Murder, if you'd like.
I feel like your track record of watching things
No, 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 no.
is low.
Listen, Linda. Let me make it up to you. I will put myself on a schedule. I will not
Mm.
binge it in one go.
I'm telling you right now, you will not be able to not keep going. That's how good
I
it is. You
I
know,
under.
you started it. You know it's good.
Oh, I know it's good. Um, if for us to, like, have this homework assignment together, I will do my due diligence and I will not binge watch it. I'll say
Okay.
that. Yes.
Okay.
Like, if this is a 2 episodes per week
Uh-huh.
situation, then it's a 2 episodes per week situation.
Okay.
You have my word. As co-host, as second peach, as
You're second peach to none. We are equally
okay,
peach.
as one of 2 peaches,
Mm-hmm.
you have my word.
Okay. All right. I believe you.
I mean, I was commissioner for a day in San Diego, so, like, that's got to be legally binding somewhere.
Yo, do you want to talk about that at all?
Sure.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you say commissioner. For some reason in my head I keep thinking ordainer or something.
Well, like, I mean,
Ordinator.
officiant.
Officiant. That's the word I keep thinking
Yeah.
in my head.
But, like, it's legally, let me look at it. I'll pull it up
Is it
right quick.
legally called something else, or are you saying like it's
Yeah,
legally
it's what did they say? I was the deputy commissioner of civil marriages in the county of San Diego.
oh,
Yeah, it was really
so
cool.
official. Did they give you like I mean, I'm sure you got a certificate, but did you get like a seal or a badge or anything to wear?
No, unfortunately, I got paperwork notarized and then I mailed it in,
Okay.
and then oh no, they did send me a certificate actually. And then I signed some like actual legal papers,
Mhm.
and I married my friends. It was fun. It was really short. It happened in the blink of an eye, and everybody was very confused about my legal powers at
Qualifications?
the ceremony. Yeah. They're like, "So what are you?" And I'm like, I'm just a bill." No, I'm kidding.
I'm just
Um,
a bill sitting there on Capitol Hill. Yeah.
I'm just a girl standing at the end of an altar waiting to marry 2 people. That's it.
Oh, Commissioner Cami, Commissioner Cami, Commissioner Cami, Commissioner Cami, come to me, I'll marry thee, happily wed, you and me.
Okay, now tell me, when I told my mom that I was marrying my friend, she was like low-key kind of upset. I think. I'm not quite sure, but her reaction was like less than stellar. She was like, "Is this a biblical wedding?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "But marriage is sacred. This isn't Ken and Barbie." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I went through the legal prep to in order to do this. Like, it is, their marriage will be legally binding, I promise." It was just like weird.
At first, I thought you were gonna say she went the route of like, I can't believe you're marrying someone and I'm not there to see it. Like she wanted to be part of it. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Nope. Although we did have a separate conversation about like other weddings and like who was invited and things like that. And I'm like, and how it came about was she texted me to call her, and that this is of high importance with those 3 double red exclamation point emojis. And I was like, and you know how it is.
Yep.
Moms be momming.
Moms be momming.
So of course in my mind I'm like, something
is afoot.
Something is afoot. Something has terribly gone wrong. Like, what the heck? And it was nothing. And I'm like, we need to redefine what an emergency is, what high importance is. Because you can't keep giving me heart attacks. I'm only like in my 30s, my early 30s. It's not okay. Because if the shoe were on the other foot, if I were to be like, "Mom, call me back. It's an emergency!" Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And I was just like, "What is that spice that you put in that stew?" She would be livid. Like, I know you did not just say an emergency for that. Like, that could have waited. Like, let's just respect each other and not give each other heart attacks.
Please,
like, can we just like do each other that solid?
Please and thank you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like moms be momming going to DEFCON 5, and it's like, what's going on?
I'm like mentally trying to prepare myself too. Like, okay, calm down, be ready to receive whatever the news is. And I feel like, if there ever were a situation where she needs to tell me bad news, she'd just like drop it out of the blue, like, "Oh yeah, blah 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 blah." Like,
yeah,
we were just talking about apples, and you're just gonna drop this on me? Okay.
Listen, the way some of the members of my family cannot properly transition conversations, especially around telling me about deaths of people I've never met, it is like a sport for them. It is a sport. You'd be like, "Oh, do you like oranges?" "No, I'm not really into citrus fruit this week." "Oh, okay. Did you hear about that man that got..." And I'm not going to say it to y'all because it's like, I don't want to hear such negativity about strangers.
Yes.
About it all the time. And I'm just like, no, I didn't hear about him. And actually, I don't want to hear about him. Okay, did you know he blew...
It's too much. It's too much.
It's too much. This like too much.
Can you read the room? See the vibe?
I feel like they do, and they just like, I'm going to continue anyway.
Right.
She seems uncomfortable, but I really want to say this, so I'm going to say it.
For real. It's so annoying.
It's very annoying.
What's going on with you, Coco? Like, what do you want to talk about? What's on your mind?
I did want to double back a little bit to Scandal and talk about it.
Yes.
So, like I said, I made it to season 5, episode 1. And
so, season 5, is that when they're about to, like, Fitz is about to leave the White House?
Season 5 is when Melly just is about to become senator. So they're about to confirm senator. He and Olitz is back on.
God, I hate Olitz.
He has abandoned his mission, or he has completed his mission. And I think I wanted to start here. So at this point, so usually when there's like a love triangle, I tend not to see like, this person needs to be with this person. This person needs to be with this person. I tend to like stay in the middle. I stay neutral. I don't play favorites. But when Jake told me that the mission was over.
When Jake
When
told
Jake
you.
told me that the mission was over, the mission is complete, I was like, no, you need to be with her.
It's very upsetting.
It's
so upsetting.
With her. And the fact that he has to keep saying, like, I'm in love with you, but you're in love with somebody else. I'm here to protect
you. Like, it gut-wrenching. Every time.
And every time I'm like, I'm not surprised that he's saying it, but I'm like, dang, she hasn't changed her mind. She hasn't wavered. She hasn't done anything. She is always going to run back to this man.
Always. And the kidnapping episode where they're dancing to Stevie Wonder and she's like, I'm in love with Feuds, but I want to stand in the sun with you. I'm like, no! You choose one! You can't have both! You make up your mind, Olivia!
I'm with you on that. And I was just, oh my goodness.
Like, why do you want to go? Like, why do you want to go for Feuds? What does Feuds have going on for him? I'll tell you what he doesn't have going on for him.
Lay it out.
He is a baby. He can't make decisions on his own. He complains about everything. He can't take control of his life. He takes half a step forward, but 10,000 steps back every single time. And every single effing time, he says, I'm the president of the United States. I'm like, what does that mean? You have no power. Are you kidding me? You're just everybody's puppet. Olivia's, Melly's, Cyrus. Cyrus is... Don't even get me started on Cyrus.
Listen.
Don't even get me started on Cyrus. Oh, can we backtrack to season 3 right quick?
Yeah, of course. You're giving me like Roan energy where he's just like reading everybody for filth. So I'm loving it right now. You're giving me Eli Pope energy.
I love Eli Pope.
Oh my
God.
Papa Pope. Come on, Papa Pope.
So like I made a comment to Mikhail the other day, while I was watching it, and I was like, I think I secretly want him to be my dad. And he goes, that's not a healthy relationship. But I love a Papa Pope monologue. The way he just reads everybody for filth. It's delicious. Yeah. I mean, and he does it all in one breath. Yep. Like, Joe Morton, he is a powerful actor. And I just like give him his flowers. I am in awe. He's amazing.
He is amazing.
Oh my gosh. But Cyrus, he's kind of similar to Fitz in a way where he can't make up his mind a lot of the times. But the thing that differentiates the two is Cyrus does in the end have gumption. Like he'll do it, but he might have regrets about it later. Like with killing James. Like he teetered around that for a while, but like when James actually dies, he's just like, oh, he's dead. Like, he's gone. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I agree with you in that regard. I see Cyrus as more of a Roman character, though. A Roman character. I see him as devious, manipulative, willing to still get it done. And I already had that in mind, but when he locked Olivia and Jacob and was going behind, mind you, he's been going behind Fitz's back. He's been going behind the president's back. But when he was like, that scene heated me up a bit. When he was talking to the CIA woman and he was like, and I don't even remember your first name, so I'm just going to call you Honey. So, Honey, you need to blah, 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 and start reading out. And he's like, I think you need to be smart about this, Honey. I was just like, oh, this feels very racist. I didn't like that. This didn't just feel like, oh, I'm a man in power telling you how to run your branch of the government. This felt very racist to me. Like, a lot
of things about Cyrus Bean feel very racist. From him talking to that CIA agent, him adopting this black baby that we don't see for a majority. We don't even know if like she still exists until like
she's off with Michael, your sex worker husband. That's where she's off. She's off with him. She's probably safer with him than with you. Let's be real about it.
There is this tweet about Cyrus's baby. This was I think Tracy Clayton, she used to be on this podcast called Another Round. She used to work for BuzzFeed. But like during a live broadcast of The Wiz, like NBC used to do these like live musicals. I think the
Oh,
last one
yeah.
that they did was Annie.
Okay.
So they did a live version of The Wiz. It was awesome. It was probably one of my favorite of their live shows that they did. But the dog Toto was like missing for like half of the production. But
Okay.
like he came back at some point. And I
Mhm.
remember Tracy Clayton saying like something along the lines of Toto is in and out of this production the way Cyrus's Black Baby is in Scandal. And I was like, is she wrong though? Is she wrong? No, she is not.
Absolutely not wrong. Absolutely
It's kind
not
of like
wrong.
Judy and Family Matters. Like she got grounded, she went upstairs, and she never came
Never
back
came
down.
back. She came back for
Like,
the Union show, but it's kind of like, why?
right?
Why are you here?
Justice for Judy.
Why are you here? Why are you here, Judy?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, Cyrus is definitely diabolical in my book. Where I'm at, he just got fired. Millie got kicked out the White House. We found out that the jurors all for the grand jury for the B613, they're all dead. We found out that Huck was the one who killed them.
Oh,
So,
okay. Huck is another one of those characters that I love.
love what? Okay,
Love
you
because and I think I love the acting of it.
okay, yeah, I love his development. His
His
character
act his
development, love it.
because he's definitely a tortured soul, like
Yes,
literally a tortured soul,
yeah.
and he does a lot of back and forth, but I think it's about like trying to be a good person in the end because he's
Mm-hmm.
done all of these bad things.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why he's done all these bad things is because he's had like a hand shoved up his back, like telling him he has to do it or else he's dead,
Mm-hmm.
and like just being scared of death.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the storyline of him and his family,
Mm-hmm.
listen, there was a day that I checked my watch and it was 7:52 and I was like had a little bit of a freak out moment, but that episode was just so
Yeah.
it makes me cry every time because when he
Mm-hmm.
sees his son, when he
Yeah.
sees his wife, and his son gives him the money, and they don't know each other, he's just like, and then he looks at the clock and it's like,
Yeah.
and like and just knowing everything that Huck goes through.
I think it's so interesting to see Huck's progression compared to Quinn's progression. So when they first introduced Quinn's character, I was like, are they going to sun her as in like, just make her not as integral or not as important? But it turns out she ended up being a kick butt character. You know what I mean? Who's like, I'm here. I'm keeping the team together. Yeah, I have my own secrets. I'm working on this ABCFG. I'm getting better at my craft. I'm interested in this. But it's just so wild to see like Huck go on this downward spiral and Quinn just go up, up, up. And even I appreciate her honesty and her being open, or even her saying, you know what, Huck, I'm going to let you go off and do whatever it is you need to do. I know you'll tell me when you're ready, but also checking in and being like, no, what's going on? You've been waiting
like,
too long.
Listen, I've waited. I've been patient. You haven't said anything. What is happening?
What is happening? And so even that scene where she caught him was like, I know your work. I know you killed all those jurors. Why are you working with Eli or Rowan? And he was like, I have to protect my family. And she was like, you can't go back to Kim and Javi. You think you can go back to them like this? You're an animal. She said, the best thing I could do for you right now is to put you down. And when she said that, I was like, I know she's not going to do it, but if she's lying,
listen, powerful lines. Oh, the show's so good.
Is she lying?
She's not lying.
Ooh.
No lies or fabrications detected.
In the making of the story. Yeah, it's getting good. I don't remember the series finishing off strong. I remember like the last scene, but I'm not trying to like psych myself off or anything like that. I kind of just keep, I'm just gonna let it naturally progress and naturally, reveal itself to be what it is.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so good. I'm excited for you to finish it. I'm excited for more Scandal conversations, and I'm excited for the People versus OJ and How to Get Away with Murder. I'm looking forward to How to Get Away with Murder.
Listen,
so
you and me both. Because I told you, I mean, Scandal, yeah, but How to Get Away with Murder, like I told you, there are some seasons where I was like, this don't add up. Or how y'all are connecting this to this. It wasn't like Pretty Little Liars where they're looking at A, B, and C, but we're looking at 1, 2, 3. It's not like that. But it was some disconnects a couple of times.
There were some disconnects. Yeah. I think the disconnect that happened for me with How to Get Away with Murder was around season 2, because that Hapstall twin situation, that felt really rushed to me. It was just a really confusing storyline.
I have to watch it again, but I believe you already.
I don't know what it is about Shonda in season 3, so maybe you'll have to tell me about season 3 of Bridgerton if someone dies and they didn't need to die. For why, Shonda? For why?
Wait, are you saying you're not going to watch season 3 when it comes out?
I haven't even watched season 1 and 2. I thought
you were the one who recommended Bridgerton to me. No, you weren't.
No, you were saying that you were watching Bridgerton like a romance novel or something like that. And it was like
way better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, so I still have not watched it.
Okay. What's the holdup?
I hate period pieces.
Okay. I feel you on that. I don't care for period pieces either.
I'm reading this new book called Mexican Gothic, and one of my friends recommended it to me, and I was like, maybe like it sounded so good because I'm on a thriller kick. I finished My Sister's a Serial Killer.
Okay.
It was a quick read. I finished it too fast, and I'm mad that I finished it too fast, but it was really good. It was just like a good quick read. So highly recommend it. If you just want something that's just like, but like super fast.
Okay. Yeah. Looking at my book stack now.
This is Mexican Gothic, is a period piece. And I'm about to start chapter 5. And that's where it's starting to get a little bit interesting for me, because we're getting a little bit more character background on not just the main character, I guess, but like the relationship that she has with her cousin. Okay. So I'm curious to find out what happens next. But it's just like it feels kind of slow. And I don't know if it's slow because it's a period piece or slow because I'm just like, maybe I need a break from this. Maybe I need like a romance novel to get some cheesy vibes from.
Cheesy vibes.
Yeah.
Did you end up going to the mailbox and grabbing your book? Was it Silent Patient or was it In My Dreams I'll Hold a Knife?
Oh, it was The Silent Patient. I got it from my mailbox. Okay. I think I am going to save that one for later in the month. Okay. Because there are other books that I want to read.
That was totally fine. Just when we read that, then we can talk about it.
Yeah, I know. But I do have it ready to go in my queue.
Queued up.
What are you reading currently? Or are you getting through your books?
I still have that same stack. So I've been focused on so many other projects. So book reading has not been at the top of my list.
Listen, life comes at you fast.
You better call Allstate. Oh my goodness. My favorite, first of all, I don't even see commercials unless I'm visiting like one of my friends, because Netflix doesn't have commercials, and Hulu, when the commercials come on, I like leave or go do something else. There's an Allstate commercial that comes on every single time, and he's like, "You're doing your TikTok dance, you're having fun." He's like in front of a ring light, like going crazy, and there's a guy driving, just like looking at him. Crashes to the back of a dump truck or a dumpster truck, but he's still looking at the dude like dancing, doing his TikTok. Every time I see that commercial, it doesn't matter how many times I see that commercial, Cami, I am rolling. Rolling every time I see that commercial. Because it's so accurate, right? You go take your ring light outside, you're doing the dances, you're recording, people are getting distracted, and then boom.
I was going to say, it's very TikTokers in the wild. If you've ever seen that account where they're just like, I don't know what they're doing, but like, it's also really fun if you have the full circle moment and you get to see the final product just from like scrolling endlessly on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, I've not seen a TikToker in the wild myself, though.
I don't think I've seen recordings in the wild either. I don't know if they're up at the crack of dawn or like when the sun's setting,
right.
or, don't want a lot of audiences or renting out places. I don't know.
That would be me. I'd be like, all right, so it is 4:30 and I'm gonna get this done.
We're gonna get this
no one can see me.
We're gonna get it done. I know you said this weekend or recently, maybe it wasn't this weekend, you were Commissioner Cami. So what was your travel experience like? I saw a lot of flights were canceled. Like, how was it?
Oh my God. Okay. So we were traveling on Memorial Day weekend. Okay. Obviously, travel on a holiday weekend is always going to be wild.
Yep.
I think the last episode we talked about overpacking. I'm an overpacker. I hate going through TSA because TSA is not the same everywhere you go. I think in San Francisco, they don't even have TSA at the SFO airport.
Which is wild.
And then like going through security, I never know, like, because every airport is different. I don't know. Like every airport is different because when I'm flying out, I don't have to take my liquids out. But sometimes when I'm flying out of the destination airport, I have to take my liquids out. Some places just like make you just take all your bags through. Push it through. Yeah. Then some people are electronics out. If it's bigger than a cell phone, you got to take it out.
Yeah.
What grosses me out, especially in these because we're still in COVID times.
Oh, people don't believe that.
Listen, and I try to actively say that we don't live in post-COVID. What I have been trying to actively say is we live post-lockdown or shutdown because we're not quarantining the way we were in the early stages of the pandemic.
Right, that's accurate.
But the amount of bare feet that I see.
No.
Now, I will admit, I have gone through the airport with sandals on in pre-COVID times, like probably when I first started flying as like a young adult.
When you didn't know better.
When I didn't know better. And then I thought, and this was years ago. Maybe I was like 23. I thought about it and I was like, that's kind of gross. And then I started wearing socks and tennis shoes to the airport because you never know when you need to run to catch a flight.
Hello?
And number two, it's hygienic. Like, you're really going to put your bare feet on this floor? How many times have they sanitized the Letios Scannertron thing?
I've flown plenty of times. I've never seen sanitization of it, and that can't be like, oh, we just do it in the beginning or the end of every day because there's so much turnover and people come.
I have not seen some sort of like Monsters Inc. We're shutting the scanner doors. We're steaming this out. We're sanitizing it. Please be patient. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Right. Nothing. No. I don't think they sanitize that thing. So you're really going to put your fungus feet on this thing, and then you're going to take the fungus feet on my plane, and then you're going to take your fungus feet out of your sandals and put them out in the aisle.
Or not just on the aisle, sometimes on the seat. Remember
sometimes on the seat. Oh! How dare. How dare!
Can you imagine like catching an athlete's foot or some other like dermatological like in something because you want to walk barefoot where other people were walking barefoot, or some people were walking with shoes because TSA and guards or whatever, they still walking with shoes. Can you imagine like stepping in some leftover poop residue, then putting your feet up on the headrest and then like sticking your toe wrong, and then like you got poop matter in your little canned apple juice. Can you imagine?
I can't imagine. It's disgusting. See people at work, they are of this persuasion, walking around barefoot.
No, not at the place of business. No. Do you work on a beach?
No, I do. No, I do not. No, I do not. I do not run a surf shop. We're not watching the rain fall down to wake my dreams. None of it.
Johnny Tsunami is not walking up to you asking.
This isn't Johnny Tsunami. It's not Laguna Beach. It's not any of those things.
Ooh, la, la.
Nope. It's
That made me
disgusting.
feel good.
So I just want to know, like, barefooted people in public places, are y'all okay? Because I don't think you are. Just gonna throw that out there.
I don't think they are either. Yeah, no.
Ugh.
That's just a no for me.
Yuck.
It's a no for me, dog, in my Randy voice.
It's a no for me,
No for me,
dog.
dog. But good luck.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about today, Coco?
No, I feel like we hit on a lot of great topics. The flow was nice. Your beautiful face was nice. Watch your dad.
Oh, stop.
Yeah,
This ratchet
everything.
face.
Oh, you always look so cute and just
Oh,
so, like,
please.
bubbly and
I have
animated.
no makeup today. I have
Makeup
no makeup
doesn't make you
on.
bubbly or animated or beautiful.
I got a pimple over here.
I
My
can
double
tell.
chin is on fleek
Double chin.
today.
Not on fleek today.
I'm not
Dang.
camera ready,
You
but
just did the you camera ready. You just If you like, then you should have put a ring on my body. Body. I think that might be the next
hit
like
then doom 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 doom.
that might be the new I'ma ride it like a rodeo. I'ma ride it like a rodeo. It might be the new, you guys. Keep an ear out. And eyes. Keep eyes out too. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our little peaches? Our peaches?
Peaches, it's summertime.
Yes.
Wear some sunscreen. Well,
Yes.
it's not summertime yet, technically.
It feels
but
like it is.
in a few days. In like 3 weeks, it will be summertime. Wear your sunscreen. Drink lots of water. Stay hydrated. If you're in a city where there's a drought, follow the rules, okay? Work together.
What you
Don't
mean?
use up all the water.
Oh.
You know how like California was in a drought? Are they still in a drought?
They don't pay attention. They're in a drought every year. They don't pay attention to that.
I remember one summer when Georgia was in a drought and DeKalb County had to water their lawns on different days.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
I do recall that.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's Tuesday. We can water the lawn.
Which is wild that was the priority. Watering
That
the
was
lawn
right.
Was the priority.
Right.
Wow.
What a time
to be alive.
Where can the people find us?
The people can find us all over Al Gore's internet. Google Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Anchor. And I think I said all of them, eh?
I think so. I was vibing, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Instagram. You can follow us at Two Peaches with a Instagram. You can message us. You can hit the link in our bio to take you directly to our publications. And you can also watch us specifically on Spotify and YouTube.
Hey! Coco, it was so good to talk to you.
It's always good to talk to you. I haven't had one moment when I've stopped talking and I'm like, it was bad talking to her. Never had that happen.
And I hope that never happens ever. All right, my peaches. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, friends.